Hello everybody, how is it going? So, I know, I recently uploaded this matchup, I think earlier in this week, but, this was another, I swear this matchup is like, it's always so close, like, yeah, so I just felt like this was a really good game, and I wanted to upload another one of this matchup. I feel like this is, I don't even know if it's like Queen's worst matchup, or I don't even think it's like too horrible. It's just you need to see the right cards to kind of deal with like 10 drop mom and stuff. But you both have your triggers. It's there's definitely a decent amount of RNG in this game. Yeah, all yellow mirrors are like that. I think I've talked about that before. But yeah, I played this like somewhat recently after the other Queen versus Katakuri matchup, so I kind of had a little bit of an idea of how I wanted to go into the matchup. The main thing was seeing red rocks. I feel like that's gonna be very important, obviously, being our main way to kind of deal with 10 drop mom. But he goes 7 at face. I do pick up a Veggie. You gotta wait till later, man. You can't be showing up first life. But this turn, we're on 5 Dawn. We're probably just going to end up playing the Sanji blocker. I feel like that's a play. He gets another Parasparrow trigger. Getting a little bit scary, but we do have a decent amount of counter in hand. We have two 2Ks and a bunch of 1Ks, and I usually don't love playing like the Boas and the Brules, that type of blocker, so I'd be fine with just using them as 1K counters. And right here I'm like, I could just swing with Dofi and play down like a pound. Sounds fine to me. And he'll counter the Dofi, and we will play the pound. Pound, I will say, like normally you're like, cool, I'll just give my opponent a ton of life, and it's all good, because late game, I'll just kind of grind them down. But I feel like you need to be a bit more aggressive in this matchup. So I don't really like using Pound's ability to give him an extra life. Although it is nice, it clears a blocker, but I mean, especially against these Parasparrows, I really don't want to give him another trigger. Sure, I could put it on the bottom, but he's already gonna recover a decent amount of life late game, so don't want to make it any harder. Because Big Mom will always put you on a clock if you don't have red rocks, and right now we have none, so for now the game plan is just be aggressive and try to out-tempo him and live, because, we're Queen, we can do it. So we're just going to go 5 at one of his 3 Parasparrows. It's pretty funny. Where are my Mihawks? Where are my 3000 worlds? I need to not give him searches, but he lets 1 die, thankfully. We're going to play 2 more blockers and just pass. Next turn will be our Yamato turn, unless we find a Mihawk, and I'll probably take a Mihawk over the Yamato in this current board state, honestly. Even I don't know about Katakuri, I probably wouldn't take that. But he'll go 5 at life. I should take one this turn, just so I can recover it with Yamato. I don't remember if I do. If I don't, it's a misplay. But we are getting lower on hand size for our leader effect, so I don't hate, dropping a couple cards to get out of those swings. He plays down a Pudding. Let's see what he finds. Grabs a Thunderbolt, which could be an answer to one of our blockers. Does have to trash a life, but sometimes, in Katakuri, just having very few answers to blockers, you just need to do it sometimes. Plays down a Sanji. Can just go big on leader here, which I would probably take. It's going to go 7 at my leader. Looking at his life, he puts it on the bottom. I should take this. If I don't, I'm a griefer. Okay, good, I take it. Okay, we pick up a Kaya, so this will just be our Yamato turn. Don't have to think about it too much. We'll kill the Sanji, recover a life, and we'll just keep trying to clear the Parasparrows. He will let 1 go, and let's see, he grabs another Pudding, okay. And we will swing our Sanji at the other one. Just really want to win board. And he counters out of that one. So this is his 10 drop turn. It's kind of fine because I'll be able to start kind of recovering my life, so trashing a life for me here isn't the worst. Still have 2 blockers, and I mean, I only really need to defend a 5k if he does play 10-drop Big Mom. But we will save our Sanji, just because it's a little bit telegraphed that he is going to 10-drop, so might as well keep our board if we can. And countering out isn't too bad, because we want to have low hand size. So yep, there is the 10-drop. And we have no red rock. We have really no good answer to it right now. We do have a ton of blockers, which obviously are very good against yellow. We will swing 6 at the Parasparrow and recover a life. Kind of like, I half like don't want this Parasparrow to die, but it will. Because I will go 7 here at it. We're probably just going to play a Sanji this turn. So yeah, Parasparrow goes down. Finds a Strusen, so just another 2k counter. We have a 7 Dawn to work with. We can just go, yeah, I mean, why not swing with a pound? Yeah, we'll still have 2 blockers up, and he really only has 2 attacks, so I think that's kind of fine. We want to put some pressure on, and he will take he'll counter out of the pound hit, and then take the Yamato hit, and there is his 4th Parasparrow. What is this, man? But he will swing 5 at the Sanji. Honestly, like, Sanji will go down this turn if he wants it to, but I'd rather him swing the 12k hit at it than just a 5k. And I'm cool with going to 0 cards, just because I'm queen. I'll be able to get to 3 life now. So I'll go 1 Dawn on Pudding, attack, oh man, what's his name, Pound. I'm not going to use the effect, because I feel like I have to be aggressive. I don't want to give him any more life. And he still has 9 Dawn to work with, so he could potentially have an 8-drop Katakuri, but no, puts 2 Dawn on leader, attacks something for 8. Let's see what he ends up going for. Looks at my life actually and puts it on the bottom. Okay, might be good, might be good. Goes 8 at the Sanji. I probably have to let it go. Maybe just hold a blocker for the Big Mom. Or we could block this and then just use our other Sanji to block the Yamato, or the Big Mom into the Yamato. Yeah. Pounds aren't super useful in this matchup, just because I don't want to give him any more life. So yeah, that's what we end up doing. And he still has 7 Dawn, so it could be a 7-drop Big Mom. No, he actually plays Shirahoshi. So I guess either he found the 7-drop Big Mom off Shirahoshi, or he just wanted some cycle. I find the Mihawk at a pretty good time, I'd say, because I don't have to give him the last search on the Parasparrow, which always feels good. So yeah, we'll bottom deck the Parasparrow. We'll go 1 Dawn on lead. And we could clear the Pudding. I don't think it's worth it though. I think I'd rather just put more pressure on his life, and we'll recover another life. Let's go, we love Queen. He's on 3 life. If he finds another 10-drop, he can pretty easily go back to 3 life, because I assume he'll take this 9k hit. Unless he has a Sovereignty. He does have 2 up, so it's possible. Okay, yeah, he does have the Sovereignty. So, passing it right back to him. Eventually, we're going to have to try to deal with this Big Mom. I'm not exactly sure how, but yeah. He'll swing 12 at the Yamato, we'll block. I'll go 5 at life. We'll take the hit and hit a Boa trigger. That's really solid. And he'll play the second Big Mom here, going back to 4 life. We'll pick up a pound, which is kind of whatever. So this turn, yeah, I know we don't have Red Rock, but what if we use 6 or 7 Dawn to just try to out one of the Big Moms? I feel like we have to, because we're obviously not going to be able to kill him in 4 life, and if he keeps getting them, it's going to get really out of control really quick. So we're going to go 15 at a Big Mom. He used a ton of counter last turn, so I was just hoping he didn't have 2 2Ks, and it did work out, thankfully. I wanted to save 1 more Dawn to be able to leader effect, obviously. I feel like that was really important. He does have at least 1 2K, but I assume he doesn't have another. And he'll take the 9, see if he gets a trigger. Does get a Cracker trigger, discarding a Brulee. And we'll play the pound. He'll swing 5 at my leader. We can defend this. Then we have to commit our blockers to kind of defending the Mihawk and the Yamato. But we do take, and we actually find a Brulee, which is pretty solid. and we get hit with the third big bomb. Not good. But I go 5 at my life, and then I'll go 12 at Mihawk. We'll use one of our blockers, and he will pass. We'll grab another Brûlée. So again, we're probably just gonna have to deal with the big mom in the hard way. We'll swing 6 at the Cracker and regain a life. He'll let it go, and then we're just gonna go big again at another big mom and hope for the best. We'll go 5 Dawn on Mihawk. Attack it for 14. That is guaranteed because he doesn't have any Dawn active. We'll go 9 at life. He will take. No trigger, thank God. We'll probably just play the Brûlée. Alternatively, I could hold the 1k counter in my hand. I'm not sure what's actually better. I think I end up holding the 1k counter, just because I don't want to use all my blockers next turn. It's kind of like a tough choice. Okay, I end up playing it. That's fair. That's fair. Because, I mean, yeah, I think my thought process was at most he has like 2 really big swings. He can't really kill my characters with Shirahoshi or Pudding, but he can swing at my life, which is a strategy. So he's going to go 7 at my life. I think I'm fine with taking it. I find a Katakuri, which is no counter, which is a little bit scary, but we have 3 blockers, so we should be able to live pretty easily. Use the pound. I'm not gonna use its effect. The reason I didn't want to use either of my trigger blockers is because I'd love to Katakuri them into my life, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to do that. Because if he swings with the Shirahoshi, I have to use my blockers. So yep, we'll block the 5k, and then we're gonna have to block the 12k. So we're still alive. We're still in the game. It's been rough. We pick up a 2k counter. Yeah. We're gonna have to try to clear some of the board. It's mainly just the Big Mom. He does have 1 Dawn active, so he could be playing like the Arrow from the Yamato starter deck. So that could definitely screw us if we try to swing big into the Big Mom. He can counter out. We will always have at least 1 life, so if we can clear the mom and a couple of his little things, we should be okay. Yeah, I feel like I just can't undercommit into this Big Mom. Just because, Yamato can clear, or whoever I decide to swing with, they're both 9k. But I should be able to clear his whole board as long as this mom goes down to the really big swing. So yeah, I go 9 Dawn on the Yamato, attack Big Mom for 18. And he lets it go, thank God. We'll go 1 Dawn on lead, clear the Shirahoshi, grab a life, let it go, and then we'll go 9 at Pudding. So we're pretty much guaranteed alive this turn, unless he has a 7-drop Big Mom, or a 10-drop. He already played 3, right? Or is that this 4th one? I'm not even sure. Yeah. Basically, if he has a way to trash our life this turn, we could die, but if it's 7-drop Big Mom, I'm just going to give him a life. He asked me, what am I thinking about Queen? Really cool guy. He was pretty nice at the end of the match as well. Yeah, I was just telling him it's fun. It is fun. It's kind of like a RNG deck, but not completely. I don't know. It's cool. It's cool. It's a really cool deck. We pick up a Soga King. Might as well play it. Bounce the Sanji, get a little bit of cycle. We find another Katakuri and a 3000 Worlds. We have very little counter in hand, but we will be back to 2 life next turn, so should be okay. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of the Katakuris because I really don't think I'm going to see a card that I'd want to put in my own life. And I don't want to give him any more life, so I'll go 9 at life, he'll take. And yeah, I might as well go 8. I probably should have went 8 first, but it's okay. And we'll regain a life. He'll take that hit, and we'll pass it back. So this turn, we're nice and safe. Don't have to worry about anything trashing our life and then dying, so that is nice. He could potentially contest my Mihawk with his leader, which might be a solid play because I only have 2 cards in hand. But that would still leave me with 2 bodies on the board to try to go for game. If he doesn't play like a blocker, regain a life. So yeah, it goes 12 with the Mihawk. I have to let it go. Solid play, solid play. He'll play a Sanji and pass. I did keep the 3000 Worlds, so I have the answer to the Sanji, which is nice. So we will do that. We'll bottom deck the Sanji. Still having 6 Dawn to work with. I'm probably just gonna go for double 7s here and then play down the Dofi blocker. Seems like the best route. We go 7 at life. He will 2k 1k. If I play the Dofi first, I can stack my life, which at the time I don't think I was conscious of. So yeah, that's definitely something to note. If you have Dofi in your late game, you can stack your life. Also, I should have been able to regain a life there. So yeah, misplay on my part. Should have had 3 life there, but it happens. What are you gonna do? Yeah, he takes that life and gets a Shirahoshi trigger. Kind of gets to fix his hand a bit. I see double Yamato on top of my deck, but you see if I played Dofi first, I would have A, been able to gain a life, and B, been able to put Boa on my top life, so that would have been super solid. So yeah, if you guys are thinking of playing Queen, definitely remember that Dofi blocker is basically, like, lets you see what you're going to put in your life, which is kind of cool. It's kind of cool. It's almost like Dofi leader effect, but going to your life instead of the board. So he's going to go 8 at the Soga King. I can counter this. And honestly, I probably will counter this. If he wants to use the rest of his Dawn to clear that with the Shirahoshi, that's fine. He actually puts the Shirahoshi back in his life with an 8-drop. That's a fair play. The Yamato is not really going to be able to pop anything. But I can just play it to have another big body on the board. Oh yeah, I didn't have an 8-drop. That's also why I couldn't recover life there. That's my fault. Or did I? Man, no, I think I did. That turn, did I have the Mihawk? No, I don't think I did. I'm trolling right now. Okay, yeah, I didn't. So that turns on my leader ability, and then I'll be able to gain a life. So I'm now at 3 life. He'll take the hit to leader. Get the Shirahoshi trigger again. And I should be pretty safe this turn because I have a blocker and 3 life. So we're chilling. Pass it right back. He goes 8 at the Soga King. I can block this, but I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna let the rest of the swings go into my leader, so I can hopefully get some triggers, or just find cards for next turn. He'll swing 8 at my leader. Looks at my life, puts it on the bottom. I'll pick up a Kaya, not doing anything. I'll play another 8-drop, put Shirahoshi back on his life. Alright, so this turn we don't really have much. We can swing with the Dofi blocker, honestly, and just replace him with like another blocker. It's not the worst play. But he will counter out at the 9k swing. So yeah, we might take a swing with Dofi now. We'll go 5 Dawn on Dofi. Attack for 9. He has to take. Gets the Shirahoshi trigger. And let's see what he trashes. Gets rid of a Yamato and an 8-drop Katakuri. And I'm just going to go 10 on my leader. And attack, gain a life. In theory, I should live, even if he can counter out of this. But he needed 3 2Ks, so I was just like, I'm just going to go for it. And yeah, he says GG. And he was nice here. Said he likes Queen. I told him to check it out. It's like simple, but like there's a little intricacies with like the Dofi blocker and regaining your life, which I hadn't even figured out at the time. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.